All right, we're going to explore the Mansfield Hollow Field Trial Wildlife Management Area. Just as a side note, it is used for a field trial area and it is closed on those dates. Live fire exercises do happen, and we're going to zoom in on the chart quick. Those are the days it's closed. Only if you're involved in those events can you be out here. Now, what's really cool about this area is before the dam, there was a farm, and there's an old explosive shed out here the Corps of Engineers used when they built the dam. But hey, let's take a walk around and see. All right, so we're on North Windham Road. It's an abandoned road. It used to cut right through to Mansfield, but after they built the dam and created Mansfield Hollow Lake, the road's separated by the lake now. But the parking area, let me zoom in, is up where the yellow gate is. I mean, it's an abandoned road. It's kind of cool to bring the dogs on. Pretty popular hiking area. Right here is another little side trail, full of side trails here. Kind of cool if you have time, explore it all. But we're going to continue down the street. You know, it goes about a mile out to Mansfield Hollow and a mile back, so just under 2 miles round trip. All right, like I said, we're not really that far from the parking area. So I'm gonna, if you're walking up the road towards the lake, on the left, this was a big agricultural area. There's a, let me zoom in. I think it's an old barn. All right, but I think, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a walk down and we'll get some footage down there. Come on, pups, come on. All right, be right back. All right, we're down here. You can see where we came up from. Slid down the hill a little bit, but let me pan over. All right, let's take a walk in. I mean, you can still find some abandoned stuff up here, right? It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm thinking this was maybe, I don't know, cows. You know, I say that because, I mean, that might have been where the stanchions were, right there. All right, we're gonna head back up, continue on. All right, there's where we were, back up on the road. Hey, remember this time of year, check for ticks, motherfuckers. All right, let's go. It's gonna green up in another month or two, but let's zoom in down there. You do have some nice stone walls. All right, so here's your first wayfinding point. You get to the yellow gate. You back up a few feet, and this is where you can take the left to find the old cabin site. And then the trail, you can also get to the old explosive shed. A lot of people here don't know about the cabin site or the explosive shed because they stick to the road. So we got the yellow gate, and then go left. We have an access road. We're gonna follow that till we get to the old cabin site. Now, since this is a wildlife management area and they do have field trials here, you're going to see varying stages of growth. They do come over and they do cut the grass. Sometimes you'll come to be completely overgrown, and then right before wildlife training here, or whatever, I don't know. The training exercises, field trials, not editing that. All right, let's go. Follow the dogs. We're going to continue walking the old access road. You have an old gate here. Keep going. All right, now we're at the best campsite in the world. Look at that. All right, so that's where we came in. We have the old chimney. Really sweet. Look at that. You have something right there. I'm going to zoom in. Part of the old cabin site. And then you have the $1 million view. All right, let's take a walk over. All right, so we're going to head straight up there. That's where the trail continues. You can go back to the road. Maybe a later date I'll show an access way to get to the explosive shed, but we're easy enough to get to it. If you make it this far, go straight. You'll pick up the trail. You run right into it, but I'll show you that in a few. Let's get one last view before we go. It's peaceful. Must have been sweet swimming here. Look at that. Stone wall. Right there. Cabin site. All right, let's go find the explosive shed. It's really cool. All right, like I said, follow the trail through the pines. Easy peasy. All right, side note, trail has a lot of ups and downs, so you'll get your cardio in. So stay near the water. The trail kind of splits like it's a wildlife management area. They're gonna have dogs and people back here during their training, but stay near the water, okay? Clear as day. It's not marked, right? But you can see where people have gone. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty easy to follow. Just keep the water on your left. That smells good, huh? All right, let's go. Also, they do allow hunting on this side. I'm not sure what kind, but they do. All right, headed down. Water on your left. All right, so we're at the bottom of the little hill. That's the levee over there. On the other side is Windham Airport. And I have been all the way down on that side, hoping to find some old abandoned foundations. There is, up closer to the levee, some old houses. Not foundations. The houses are gone, obviously. But, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a little abandoned road up there, too. And I've been out here, but there's not much. Just floodplain, really. All right, we're almost there. All right, here we go. The old explosive shed. Let's take a walk up. Now, Mansfield Hollow Lake, Mansfield Wildlife Management Area on the Chaplin side. All right, really cool. Let's walk around front. Looks like it's moving ready. Now, mind you, the trails are not marked, but they are well worn. You're not going to get lost. But here we go. All right. Still has the government marker on it. Old explosive shed, far enough away from where they were blasting for the dam. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look inside. All right, not today, buddy. Look at that, move-in ready. Some graffiti, beautiful thing is, not a lot. Look at that, awesome. All right, so when we leave the explosive shed, there's like a little circle trail bring you down to the water there, but we're gonna stay on the main trail. Head kind of back up to the road. All right, let's go, pups. Come on, let's go. Come on, run. All right, so again, keeping the water on your left. Well maintained trail. Like I said, not marked, but well used. All right, let's take a look. It's the levee right there. Windham Airport on the other side. All right, let's keep going. All right, like I said, there's a lot of little side trails, and I decided to take one so I could give you a zoom in on the dam. There it is. And there's the levee side, has a nice trail, about 2 miles round trip, just over, 2.25 round trip. Commuter parking lot next to the airport. It's paved the whole way, nice. And then there's a nice little levee trail on top of the dam. Paved, I think, well, maybe 3/4 of a mile. And then you get into Mansfield Hollow. Now, before the dam, this was a convergence of 3 rivers. Dam was built solely for flood control. All right, cool little side trip. Let's head back to the road. You do come across a lot of these little stone walls. Not huge ones. All right, let's go. So you're gonna come out in the woods into another open field, and the road will be up ahead shortly. All right, back out on the road. Let's head down to the water. All right, so you still have pavement here, and the road, if you're on the other side, picks up somewhere in this vicinity. I don't exactly remember if it was here or here, but then you can pick up pavement on the other side. All right, that's about it for today. We're gonna head back. Thank you.